ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
You are dead, right?
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Marvel Legends Fox Films Deadpool 2 movies, Deadpool and Negasonic Teenage Warhead 2-pack. If you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And while you're down there, why don't you tickle that like button and rub the subscribe button and flick that notification bell. And pretty sweet packaging, very much like the cable. You can see that they crossed out, or Deadpool crossed out the 14 plus, replaced it with another 14 plus. And then we get the real names right over here. And then it says Deadpool and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. And then on the side, you can see where we get a nice silhouette image of Deadpool. And then on the back, you can see the silhouette image for both characters right over there. And then there's Negasonic Teenage Warhead. And then you get this nice looking X logo on the top with a faux Deadpool sticker on it. It's just spot varnished right over here. Same thing with the one right over here. It looks very realistic and cool, but yeah, it's fake. And then there's not much more at the bottom. And then for a packaging comparison, you can see the STCC exclusive Logan and Charles 2-pack right there. It stands at the same height. However, the Logan and Charles is a bit of a deeper box right over there. So you can see how that looks. Anyway, let's get to it and crack this thing open. So really not a whole lot of new with Negasonic Teenage Warhead. We've seen these flame accessories before, and she comes with 2 sets of hands. I gotta point out that I think these are sculpted really well and actually painted pretty good too. You got some nice ribbed pattern right over there on the back. These little strips of gunmetal gray. You know, the fingerless gloves look pretty good for the most part. So I think Hasbro did a pretty good job of capturing the likeness of Brianna Hildebrand from Deadpool 2. It looks like the actress to me. I think they did a really good job with it. I like how the lipstick came out. The eyes look really good. The sculpt on the hair and everything looks great. Dangly earring on the left right over there looks nice and everything. So yeah, man, the hair and the mohawk and all that stuff, it just looks really good, you know? And I thought the actress was very pretty, you know? Brianna Hildebrand is a very pretty actress. She's old enough to buy me a beer. Don't get all weird about it, you know? But anyway, on the back of the head, it looks pretty good right over here. So I'm liking that. Nice earrings right over here. Like you can see the earrings and you can see the nose ring. And a lot of great attention to detail over here. I really like it. And then looking at the upper torso, which is new, you can see some nice texturing on the yellow. Nice clean X right there. We get some new arms with some gunmetal gray. So I do like that. You can see this nice ribbed pattern right there on the forearm. Here's looking at the back. So looking very cool. And then you get this whole waistband piece added right here. Now this lower torso we've seen many times before. I like the studded belt right there though. But yeah, these Negasonic Naugas, we've seen them a lot. Should I call these the Negasonic Warheads? But hey, I don't like how the paint is missing right here on the side. That looks a little sloppy. It looks better on this side. These legs right here, when you break this up, it gets weird. But you know, I don't know. What are you going to do, man? Then you get peg holes right there at the bottom of the feet. Oh, and the serial number in the inside of the leg. So not a whole lot of new as far as articulation, but I will say this, we do get a hinge joint right here, so she can look up all the way and she can look down all the way. You also get side to side motion and good head pivoting too. So yeah, with the ball joint and hinge, you still get head pivot. The shoulders move outward that much. You can see this got a little choppy right over here, and then you can move them all the way around full 360. We only get the single jointed elbows, so there you go. And then the wrist turn side to side, hinge up and down. It's like that with all of them. Diaphragm joint turns side to side. Great diaphragm pivot motion, and she'll crunch forward that much, back that much, and then the hips and the legs. We've seen this a million times before. Nothing really new over here. We know how this goes, and of course we do get beautiful ankle pivots. And then here's all of the accessories that we get with Deadpool, and there's some very interesting things to discuss here with the accessories. First off, with the guns over here, just one of them has a hidden coffee stain. Okay, no, there's another gun issue that we'll discuss, but you get a knife right here, the 2 katanas, and then you get 4 interchangeable hands, which do have a little bit of a paint issue. As you can see, the wide open hands do not have the silver paint on the back of them, as well as the fisted hands. However, the katana holding hands have the silver on the back of them, and the gun holding hands do as well. So that's just a little bit weird. And then you get the little unicorn, which you would think would be the most controversial accessory with this figure, but no. But anyway, yeah, I think Hasbro did a really good job on this little baby unicorn. Thought it was supposed to be a plushie. This actually kind of looks a little bit more like it's a vinyl thing or something. But anyway, doesn't look bad at all. There you go. You have Deadpool's little friend right here. And then just to see a little bit closer what I was talking about with the hands, you see the silver on the back of this hand, and then you get just the fisted hand with no silver on the back. I do like that it does come with the katana holding hand hands, though. You know, they could have cheaped out and just made it so it was just the gun holding hands, but the handles to the katanas do fit in here perfectly. As you can see, it's just, you know, these are brand new katanas, by the way, so these have not been reused with any other figures that I know of, and they just fit perfectly into the hand right over here. I do have some paint coming off of these, though. That does bum me out some. I noticed that on this one right here, so you do want to be careful with those. These have awesome sheaths, or they could just be stored in the back of the figure, so that's really cool. That works out very well. You also get a small knife right here that, again, it's missing some paint, but there's a little boot sheath right over here, so you could store that little knife right there. I always put that in the wrong way. It does have a way that fits in there a little bit easier. I don't know if it's just mine, but yeah, it just fits better going that direction. And then the guns. Yeah, we have this crazy gun issue. So he comes with these guns right over here, which, you know, very fake fantasy guns. But anyway, he has these guns right here on the holsters, or in the holsters, that are not necessarily removable. They are just stuck in there. But there's hope for these things. I did apply heat with a hairdryer for an extensive amount of time, and yeah, you can remove these guns. However, they will break at the trigger finger hole right over there. I was not able to remove either of these without breaking up that trigger finger hole. I do think that's where they are glued right over there. So yeah, you want to... I don't think there's a way around it, man. Just to get them out, you have to break that. That's where it's glued in there. So it's very frustrating. However, it does work out well once you have them out and you could put them back in there. And then the other set of guns actually do fit in these holsters as well. It's kind of tricky. There it goes. So yeah, you can make those fit in there as well. But yeah, don't worry about cutting the sides off right over here. You just have to let those trigger finger holes break. Yeah. If you get yours in hand and you know how to do this better than I did, let me know. But I hate to do this, Mickey. Why? And something that's kind of a bummer with both of these guns is that there are no holes in the very front. So if you want to plug in some of those Black Widow or War Machine effects, it's not going to work out for this one, and it's not going to work out for this one either. And then here's looking at our Deadpool head sculpt, and holy crap, it really looks like Ryan Reynolds is wearing this mask over here. This is incredible, man. I think the paint apps came out very clean. I really do like this a lot. Nice texturing on the mask and everything. They did a great job. And while we're looking at Deadpool head, I just wanted to mention that the Deadpool talking head, the life-size Deadpool talking head that I reviewed not too long ago, that thing is still hella fun, by the way. But anyway, really love this head sculpt. You can see the Deadpool dip right over there. We don't get any crazy black paint over the red plastic or anything, so I kind of wish we had that. But this still looks really good. I'm really happy with how this came out, man. And then you get this little collar right over there. I was trying to pop the neck off, and you don't want to mess with it. I had some plastic starting to strip underneath there, so be careful with the joint where the neck meets the body. So I feel like that stuff's not supposed to move. Yeah, look at all that detail in the plastic, those indentations and slashes and everything from the bullets and knives. Nice silver paint right there on the buckle. He's got that strap going across the torso. Little knives right over there look really good. I mean, all the details on this thing just look very well done. Totally film accurate. I love having the pinless joints right over there. That looks really good on the elbows. Looks great on the hands once again. Nice little strap right over there. I mean, there's a lot of detail in this thing, even in the armpit joints right there, or the butterfly joints anyway. That looks great. I mean, the whole thing is just really well done, I think. They did a really good job with this freaking thing. I love all the wrinkles right here on the side. The pouches, the belt looks good. A little sloppy with some of that paint, It's not the very, very best, but I'm still impressed with it, man. I think they mostly did a very good job. Here's looking at the sheaths right over here. They look really good. There's your Reynolds butt. And then there's your Reynolds pouches, more pouches, and then the holsters again right over there. Knee pads look great. Nice brown over the black. You can see some of the black coming through, but dude, we get some nice texturing in those hinges right there. I love that. That stuff always makes me happy. And here's looking at the boots. I mean, this is looking really good, man. Dope looking figure. I do have a problem with the ankles, though. The big round joints right here do frustrate me, but, I do like having ankles that move up, so I feel like I can't complain that much. But anyway, we do get peg holes at the bottom of the feet, and no serial number on the inside of the thigh, or at the bottom of the feet, or anywhere on the figure that I could see, right? Yeah, I think I just totally missed the serial number, so I guess no serial number on this one. Oh, and by the way, this is not removable. I did try taking that off, and you can pop the head off the figure. I did put a comic book Wade Wilson head sculpt on here, and it looks a little funny looking, but yeah, if you want to put different head sculpts on here, you can. So as you just probably noticed, we do not get the hinge. It's only just the ball joint. No hinge on this figure, so Deadpool can only look upward this far. And as I mentioned, don't try to push it too much, because I was thinking maybe I could pop this neck off and turn it around to make him look up more, but no. So that's as far up as he's going to look. A bit unfortunate, but the rest of the articulation is actually pretty good. And you could get him to look downward a little bit. You get side-to-side motion, and you do have head pivoting right here. We get beautiful butterfly joints, and then the shoulders move outward and down, and they rotate a full 360. Get a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then all of the hands except for these gun holding hands do move up and down with the hinge, but the gun holding hands do have a horizontal hinge, and I didn't notice some paint coming off on these cuffs right here on mine, so that's a little unfortunate. But yeah, you do get a good ab crunch forward, great ab crunch back, and then waist swivel. We don't get drop down hips, but you can move them outward that far. Ooh, you can see those guns moving, and then he will kick forward that much, back, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees that will, oh, they bend in that far. Yeah, so that's as much as you can get. These pouches do get in the way. On this side, you can get the leg to bend in more, just a little bit. So there you go. And then the boots don't rotate or anything, but you get ankles that move down, and they do move up, and he has beautiful ankle pivot. I think it's worth mentioning that all of these straps and holsters are glued to the figure, so you don't have much wobbling around. The only thing that wobbles around is this harness right over here in the belt. Now to measure out Negasonic, Teenage Warhead, and Deadpool, you can see that the Deadpool figure is standing just a little under the 6.5 inch mark. The Negasonic figure, she is standing just a little over 5.5 inches. And then here's Negasonic, Teenage Warhead, and Deadpool next to all the other Fox Films Marvel Legends figures I have in my collection from Hasbro. We have the X-Men Origins Wolverine, we have Mystique, we have Cable, and then we have Logan and Charles. And I just wanted to see this Logan figure right over here next to the Wade figure. You know, the heights right here are not actually totally accurate, especially seeing Cable and Deadpool seeing the same height right there, along with Wolverine. I guess Wolverine should be a little bit taller. I don't know. These two guys seem like they're about the same height in real life. No, but yeah. You know, the heights aren't perfect, but hey, you know. And then here's Negasonic and Deadpool next to the X2 Toy Biz Nightcrawler. I just wanted to see these two figures next to each other over here. Kind of trips me out. And because we've seen Deadpool and Spidey team up in the comics, I just had to see how the Sam Raimi or the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man looked like next to this Deadpool figure, along with the Tom Holland Far From Home Spidey figure, which I've modified with that cobweb pattern right there. But yeah, what do you think of these, right? Honestly, this is probably what we're more likely going to see in the future, and I think it would be great. I really hope so. Then here's the Deadpool movie figure next to some comic Deadpool figures. We have our Dugan Deadpool, we have our Vintage Collection Deadpool, and then we have the Toy Biz Series 6 Deadpool. And I gotta say, I love the design team that came up with this suit over here for the movies, because holy crap, I mean, it's such a perfect amalgam between these two Deadpool designs right over here. I mean, these two are pretty much the same concept and everything, right? You know, but you have the strap on the left side of the shoulder, like how this one does and everything. And then here's Deadpool next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Badass Spider-Man. Whoa, Deadpool? I keep seeing dead people. You're dead, right?
Oh, you should have worn the brown pants. That way you could be big time brown ass Spider-Man.
Whoa! I'm not going through that again! So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please don't forget to pay it forward and hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. And a big thanks to all these people over here that go the extra mile to pay it extra forward. If you're interested, check the link below. This figure set is awesome. One thing to note here is that at the time of shooting this little clip, I didn't know that I could actually get those guns out of there. It took several tries getting those guns out of the holsters. And yeah, so when you get this figure, really go for it. You're gonna snap those trigger finger holes, but it's just so much more satisfying having those guns out of there than, as you can clearly see, him having two sets of guns just looks ridiculous, doesn't it? But hey, you can get the figure standing on one foot on a rotating base. For the record, it lasted like 2 minutes and 38 seconds until he fell over, but still, really awesome figure set. I'm super happy to have it, and at the price point of around $50, and I'm gonna rate these separately because, yeah, man, the Negasonic Teenage Warhead figure, I'm giving her a sud rating of, I love it! But the Deadpool 2 figure, I'm giving a sud rating of, because it's just that incredible. I'm just super stoked to have this Deadpool figure in Marvel Legends form over here. And I spent a lot of time taking pictures, and I feel like I did not take enough pictures even after taking so many pictures, man. I got lost in the action figure abyss, so it's a great piece. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments section below. If you want to see a photo gallery of images and the latest in Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and Stardust. And I will catch you guys later. Peace! Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face.